Hey YouTubers, it's Natural Candy SC here. Just calling basically to calling on you to show you how I make my Chewies.
But we're making.
You want to say hi right quick?
We're gonna have a big surprise. His name is Chewy. So we're are going to.
First thing you're gonna do is you're gonna need a fourth of a stick of butter. I use real butter. I don't like to use the margarine when I'm making Chewies.
We're gonna have a great
You're gonna need 1 cup of packed brown sugar. You're gonna need 1 egg. It needs to be beaten, so I already beat the egg. You're gonna need 3/4 of a cup of all-purpose flour. You're gonna need a teaspoon of baking powder. And you're also going to need a fourth of a cup of chopped pecans. Alright, so let's get started. First thing you're going to do is turn the stove to low heat in a small saucepan.
Well,
you're going to add your butter to it. Alright, so I'm back. I'm starting to actually, so you can see, but I'm starting to melt the butter. And basically I'm going to let that cook all the way down. And once I let that cook all the way down, what we're going to have to do is we're going to add the brown sugar immediately. As soon as you add the brown sugar, you take it off the stove. Alright, so the margarine basically has the butter, as I should say, as it's starting to melt down. And like I said, as soon as it melts down, I'm going to be adding the... Alright, so I am now in the process, you can see, of stirring up the butter and the brown sugars. So that's good. Alright, so you're going to add your egg. And like I said, make sure it's beaten. You want to beat your egg. If you don't beat your egg, it's not going to come out right, okay? It's going to be flat. You're going to wonder why it's flat. The egg sort of kind of being beaten adds a little bit of fluffiness to the mixture, adds a little bit of air to it so it can be raised. Baking powder also does, but if you don't beat the egg, it's not going to, it'll still taste good, but it's not going to come out as raised as it should be. The center may not be what you would have expected it to be. Alright, now you can do one of two things. You can mix it up in the pot, or you can take your dry ingredients, which was 3/4 of a cup of all-purpose flour and a teaspoon of baking powder, and basically you can add it to the flour. Either way, doesn't really matter. I know people say, well, mix it in. I'd rather not mix my stuff up in my pot because it's a lot of stirring and I don't want to scrape it. And I hate using, I absolutely hate using a metal spoon on a Teflon pot, and that I don't have a wooden spoon, so I'm gonna stir and stir and stir and stir and stir and stir and stir until you get it as smooth as possible, and I'll be right back. Alright, now so I'm back. Basically I'm going to add my chopped nuts. Now I don't feel like using a knife and possibly cutting my finger off because I can be a klutz. So what I typically do is I actually put my nuts in a bag. Now I put a little, like grab a pinch of flour and throw it in there because it helps coat them better, and some other trick, I don't know, someone told me and I've done it and it works. I see the difference. And I just basically squeeze pecan in them. I'm going to add that. And I'm going to add a little bit of vanilla extract. Just a drop. Okay. Pecans are coated really well, so they'll be, the flour makes the flour, that's what it does. The flour makes the mixture stick to the nuts, so that it sort of kind of like merges and blends with the batter. That's why. I knew they... Alright, so I'm back. Next step. Oven is almost there. It's at 325. We just got to go to 350. So we're going to roll with this. Take an 8-inch square baking pan. Had this pan since forever. If you try to use anything longer, like a 13x9 or something, even like a 9x9, it's not going to come out right. It's going to be too thin. not going to be right. If you want to make more and use a bigger pan because you want to make a big sheet for entertainment or for people just to come over for your own personal enjoyment, double the recipe because you're not going to really get a whole lot. And Chewies are very rich and sweet, so you technically really shouldn't want too much. You might get a tummy ache. Anyway, I'm going to take some ham and I'm going to spray my pan with it. You could use just like some Crisco and a paper towel and smooth it out. I try to normally like bang it on the table, not on the glass top stove. That would just be tragic, but I try. There you go. All right. And just gonna put this in the oven. All right, so we put it in the oven for approximately 20 minutes. And when it's done, and this is the cool part, you're going to sieve some confectioner sugar, some powdered sugar over the top. So I will make sure that I come back with the magic of television in about 20 minutes. See you then. All right, I'm back. I have cooked my Chewies for 20 minutes, like I said, and I am ready to reveal. Now the pan is very hot, but I just wanted to show you what it looks like. You see how pretty that is? Right. So nice and even, nice even crust. Hold on a second. All right. See, nice even crust, not burnt. You see how it came out, right? Okay. Now, I'm going to get some powdered sugar so I can sprinkle it on top. And I should have got this out beforehand. I apologize. I don't know what I was thinking about. My little boy was all kinds of stuff, and I just forgot to do it. Sorry. Now, ain't that something? I have a powdered sugar sifter I bought. And fail. Alright. I don't even know where it is. We're renovating right now, and things are just crazy. I don't even feel like looking for it. But you take this and watch as soon as because I'm still looking, right? That's what we do. That's what women do. Anyway, you take and you open your bag and a tiny hole, and you just dump some on there because we don't have a shifter. Then, because I just dumped it on there, you see, I just literally just dumped it on there. Then I'm gonna roll my little balls around, you see, and coat it. And see what the sifter does typically is it just, you see those little balls of sugar, it gets rid of those. But since I don't have it, I gotta deal with them. So you roll and you roll and you roll, shake it up, baby, now, and you roll it until the balls disappear. And it's ready. You just let it sit for 5 minutes, and you're good to go. And this is the finished product. Chewies for everybody. Let's eat. Alright, going back. And I must say, they're good. They are good. And if I forgot to tell you, please use butter that is salted. Do not use unsalted. Because something about the salt has a little additional flavor to it. These are good. I'm going to enjoy these. And I hope that you try it and you do the same. I'll put the ingredients with the measurements in the comment box. Good night. I'm going to be sleeping after this. I need some milk.